Okay. The best museums in the world have no walls. Whilst driving up Route 1 in Maine, I stopped at a rest area to stretch my legs. Its wildlife preserve campus encompassed a pond, wetlands, walking trails, and picnic tables. A weeping willow tree near the pond cried out to me. Yellow and black striped caterpillars held court in the cruxes where its trunk and branches met. They looked like fresh from the tube streams of acrylic paint in relief on tree bark, an abstract masterpiece from Mama Gaia herself, existing in untangled harmony, waiting to cocoon out of sight, then explode into butterflies and be displayed on the gallery wall that is the air everywhere. My next piece is called Why We Should Be Thankful for the Existence of Hollywood Squares. The reason I prefer gracias to thank you is not because I am a Sephardic Jew whose family escaped Spain to the Isle of Rhodes in Turkey during the Spanish Inquisition. It is not because my grandmother spoke Ladino, a dead form of Spanish from the 1400s, kept alive by Sephardic Jews for centuries. It is because thank you has that hard K that can take a gracious phrase in a sarcastic or mean direction. Thank you sounds like it was coined by the late Paul Lynde during an argument with Charles Nelson Riley over whose turn it was to occupy the center square. Gracias sounds like it is made of silk chiffon. Gracias dances across the tongue like a first dance waltz expertly executed by a bride and groom who took 2 months of ballroom classes from Russian instructors and now glide across a dance floor like Fred and Ginger. When I say gracias, I hear the word grace. I speak a language I know few words of. It is so universal in its grace and elegance, it also gave us de nada. You are welcome. And the next poem I wrote this morning, and it's entitled Garage Sale Afghans and Their Grandmothers. At 3:12 a.m., it was 36 degrees. I woke and fished out my favorite garage sale Afghan. It was warm and heavy and felt like heaven. Afghans are all pieces of folk art in their own right. I have 5 or 6 in my mother's old cedar chest. When I spread one over the other bedding, I picture a grandmother knitting and purling a present someone will get for Christmas or Hanukkah. She will dig through the bargain bin yarn filled with colors that seem inappropriate for scarves, sweaters, and caps, but are perfect for panels of these oft complimented interior design accoutrements. She will spend hours twisting her knitting needles while watching her afternoon stories or listening to music. Frequent house guests might be Frank Sinatra, Patsy Cline, Frankie Avalon, or the Rolling Stones. Despite her arthritis, she won't feel pain as muscle memory shifts into autopilot and endorphins of joy take over for hours-long sessions as she imagines the smile of the face of the recipient of this instrument of grandma huggery. To me, every Afghan created has history and love infused in the yarns. I believe the Smithsonian should open a museum of underappreciated and undervalued folk art, of handcrafted items gathered from garage sales, Goodwill stores, and the like. Every item will have placards that say, "This fucking amazing piece of art was purchased for a song while passing through Peoria, Tacoma, Broken Arrow, Damariscotta, everywhere, USA, and expertly crafted by an unknown artist, possibly a grandmother." My Afghans live in the cedar chest through most of the year, holding secret tea parties I will never be invited to. But when that first October 3:12 a.m. temperature drop happens and I go to the closet to dig one out, it will float atop my quilted bedspread, invite me to a private slumber party, and give me the warmest grandma hug in history. Thank you very much, everyone.